Hello everyone, JH Plays back on another video, and today we will be ranking my top 5 favourite suits in Marvel Spider-Man. I haven't unlocked all of the suits, but the only reason why I haven't unlocked all of the suits is just because I've unlocked before. I mean, why have I not unlocked all of the suits before making this video? It's because I know what every suit is, I know what they all look like, and I've already gotten my top 5. I've already unlocked them, or I get a good look at them.
Should head to Norman's penthouse when I'm ready to back MJ up.
Okay, so to start off with my number 5, it's the classic suit repaired. Hold on. The reason why it's a classic suit repaired is just because it looks so good. It's so basic but so good looking. I mean, I've never seen it just looks fantastic. Everything about it, it's vibrant red colour to the really cool looking logo on the back and front. Everything about it looks good. Also, just before I continue, remember, this is my personal opinion, not the definite most popular ones, but my opinion on my favourite. A lot of people don't know that, which is weird. So next we have the negative suit. This suit is phenomenal. I mean, it just looks so good from its natural colours. It's cool remake of the advanced suits. I can't. Also, I don't know which time of day it looks best in, night or day. I think that it does look. It even looks good in the afternoon, because its colours kind of blend in with pretty much. Its colours blend in with every colour besides day, like bright daytime. But compared to every other colour, it matches. Because it's grey like the sky in the rainy afternoon. I still can't get it to go to daytime or night, which I'm annoyed because I don't really I prefer night. So, but still, it just looks so good, and if you look closely, there's like a little greyish effect that's running up and down the white parts of the suit. And it's like if you were to look at Mr. Negative or Martin Lee. Well, no, just Mr. Negative, because you can see that little pattern that he has. Also, he has a little glow effect. You see like that. That's cool to look at. It's not very noticeable, and it's mostly noticeable at a time like this. But still, it just looks better, and it looks better at this time or night. So hold on, that was my number 4. So yeah, at number 3 we have the Noir suit. This looks so great. I don't know. It honestly, if you were to look at it at daytime, you'd think it sucks, because this looks insanely bad at nighttime. But it looks so cool. It looks so cool when it's nighttime or this time of day, especially if it's just like a picture, especially if it's just like a shot of him just standing in front of all of the enemies that he's just beating the crap out of. He looks really cool at those specific times. And the reason why the negative suit is behind this is because it looks so good when it's in the right times. Oh no, I've did the wrong thing.
Uh oh. Hey guys, seem dangerous.
So next up we have the Scarlet Spider at this is number 2, isn't it? Yeah, this is number 2 now. The Scarlet Spider. This is so cool. It has so much detail. There's nothing too great that I have to say about it, but it looks incredible.
The state the city's in, I could use these guys on my side.
It's just the design of it. It's just a plain look that you get. It's just a plain feeling that you get while you're using it. It's so good. It's in my opinion, it's mostly cool at daytime.
Hey,
Or it looks best at daytime and rain. In other times it kind of sucks, but it still looks good. And then just before we get into number 1, I'm just gonna kill these guys. Actually, I'm just gonna do an honorable mention.
oh, how festive. More
The honorable mention is the advanced suit. So this is Insomniac's. This is Insomniac's own version of Spider-Man, and it looks really good. I mean, the reason why I couldn't put it on this list is because all of the already existing suits look better. Also, I think that it could have been a little more inventive. I mean, what it did add was really great, but it could have added a little more. Also, I don't really like its colour because, look here, look at the orange. Well, it's not exactly orange, but it's kind of like a much more dim version of the red. I would have put this in front. I would have swapped the advanced suit for the classic suit if it had the same colour. If it had that bright tomato red, because it looks too dim in this one. It just looks too dim, which is why I couldn't put it on the list, but I had to at least mention it. It looks great. Even if it's not exactly the greatest suit, it just looks fantastic. So at number 1 we have the Iron Spider suit. This is Spider-Man. This is his true form. This looks incredible. I would have given the anti-ox suit at my number 1, but this suit I just love it so much more. From its design to the glow in the dark to its ability, the iron arms, everything about it just looks so great. It's all
looks like those
so
inmates have
perfect.
hostages. Gotta be careful.
I mean, just from its outline to its cool looking colour. This is what I'd want. This is what I want from a Spider-Man suit. And I'm gonna try and get into some combat just so there's something that I can do while my ability is going up. Oh. Oh god. Oh crap, it's all kinda gone. This the iron arms. They look so cool. They're pretty useful as well. But I normally just bring them out for the look of them.
Okay, I'm a little worried.
Cause they just look great.
I know this city's a mess, but this is not how you re-assimilate into
I wish that I could fly around with them, like swing around and just. I wish that they were permanently allowed to always be equipped. Cause I feel like they're things that should be, once you turn them on, the only way to get them off is to turn them off. I don't want to be forced to have to wait a pretty lengthy timer just so I can swing around in it or use it again in combat. This is something that should always be added, but this is my downright favourite suit. I know I said that I was only going to be doing my top 5, my top 5 best, but I really just want to do my top 5 worst. So on my top, the 5th worst, I'm gonna have to give it to the Spider Armor Mark III suit, because this just isn't great. He looks too bulky. He doesn't exactly look like Spider-Man. I don't know if you can't really tell that this is Spider-Man. It doesn't look like him. That one Spider-Man thing doesn't make it look like Spider-Man. Also, if you look at the eyes, they look horrible. They look like stickers. So that's just gonna be one of my worst. That's my 5th worst, and it's my 5th worst because it's a little cool seeing a much more buff and powerful version of Spider-Man, even if it doesn't look too great. And then next we have the electrically insulated suit. This is an example of a pretty bad suit. It doesn't look good at all. It looks like a crappy remake of the classic suit covered in pillows. It's just horrible. Its colours aren't that great. Its eyes look a little weird. Mostly just because this suit has no eyelids, which is a little weird.
Nice thing about staying in the
The only I only bought this so I could use it in the Electro boss battle, because since it's insulated and you know Electro, it's a little cool using that and beating him with it. And then hold on.
1043. Police transport is under assault by armed hostiles. Location is Cathedral.
On number 3, I'm gonna have to have the what was it? The wrestler suit. Its ability is way too good. Oh wait. Its ability is really cool, but its look and everything is really, really, really bad. It's mostly just the mask. My main problem with it is the mask. It doesn't look good. I mean, its one good thing is its shirt, which is stopping it from being number 2 or 1. But it's just bad. Also, it's weird. Also, his shoes look terrible as well. So I'm not even gonna wear this one or use it around the city. Next we have the Spider Armor Mark II. This looks like absolute garbage. It's from its really weird spider thing. I mean, it's the actual the color of the spider and the look of it isn't too bad, but my problem is how long the spider is, because that spider goes from his back to his butt crack.
Right back to Rikers.
It's weird. Why exactly? Its spider symbol shouldn't be literally its whole. Its spider shouldn't look like that, and the eyes look weird as hell. Oh great, that's the perfect way to die, with a crappy suit on. Everything about it is bad, and there's one thing that's stopping it from being number one, and that is something that I'm not going to show you yet, because I want to do an unhonorable mention, and that's basically just a bad suit, but it doesn't deserve to be on the list. That's the Spider-Punk. I mean, and if you like this suit, hear me out on this one. It's
All units,
edgy.
We have officers pinned down by snipers. Officers near Sutton Place.
Everything
Be on
about the suit just screams overly edgy. But the reason why it wasn't on this list
Those cops are in a bad
is
spot.
because its
I gotta help.
ability is really cool. Its rock out ability. And then also, if you look closely, the design on it is pretty impressive. Like all of the detail that's been added to it. Also, I like the little mohawk thing that he has on top of his head, which is why it doesn't deserve to be the worst. It doesn't deserve to be criticised. It doesn't. It's not exactly a good suit, but if you were to compare it to the number one, it looks great. And that number one is the Spirit Spider. This is the embodiment of a bad suit. Look at how disgusting this is. Look at its ugly toes. What the hell is that? His toes look like the front part of his feet was sliced. His mouth doesn't move, which is a little weird. He doesn't make any sense. He doesn't make any sense in a cutscene. So he basically ruins the seriousness of the plot just because of how stupid he looks. The only good thing about him is, well, the only good things about him are his ability, because it's pretty cool to look at, and the flames on his head, which admittedly look really cool at night time. But besides that, it's my number one worst.
Hi, I'm your parole officer. You're doing it wrong.
I mean, a lot of these suits were pretty well liked to most of the community, especially the Spider-Punk one, which is why it didn't deserve to be on the list, because that was a genuine good one, and there was a lot of effort put into it. But the rest, they all deserve to be there. They were really bad, and I don't know what. And especially Spirit Spider, I had no idea what Insomniac was thinking when they added that. It's disgraceful. Also, it doesn't fit. Also, that suit doesn't fit Spider-Man's dialogue. I mean, you wouldn't think that the happy, cheery jokester voice of Peter Parker in this game would be something as atrocious as the Spirit Spider.
Someone needs a nap.
And oh my lord, it's just so bad. But still, anyway, I'm just gonna end the video here. Hope you enjoy it. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified about my future videos. Because this is probably one of the. I haven't made many videos of this game, but I'm not gonna be making many more anyway. I mean, I might do a comparison. Between it and other Spider-Man titles, but there's not much left for me to be doing in terms of videos for this game anymore.
That'll slow Sable down some.
So anyway, I'm just gonna end it here. Hope you enjoyed. Blah blah blah, and goodbye.